Welcome to the Common Man Football Show. My name is James Coburn, and today's episode, we're talking about the Carolina Panthers versus New York Jets Week 12 matchup based on analytics. Each week, I collect all of the current 2017 NFL team data in order to analyze and project potential NFL performance. And since it's a weekly collection, there's always going to be some variation between various data points. However, there's always going to be little nuggets of truth that could become bigger nuggets of truth as the season continues. So stick around as I analyze each week's matchups based on analytics. And if you're new to the channel, all terms and definitions will be in the description. So starting out with this matchup between the Carolina Panthers and the New York Jets. When you look at the NFL stat basic comparison data, and basic comparison data essentially is looking at how the offense is doing, how the defense is doing, and how the special teams is doing from a macro level. So taking a step back, looking at the bigger picture, and seeing which teams are better or worse based on that data. And when you look at the NFL stat basic comparison, the aggregate of all this data, the Carolina Panthers are favored here when it comes to that. So let's get into some reasons why. First off, the Panthers have the better offensive score percentage, meaning that they put more points on the board. They have a better sack percentage. They don't allow as many sacks as the Jets do. But if there was one area where the Jets actually are better, it's offensive score percentage. The Jets do not turn the football over as much as the Panthers have had this year. And then, of course, when you get to the defensive side of the ball, the Panthers have the better defense when it comes to preventing points, whereas the Jets have the better defense when it comes to getting interceptions, turnovers, that sort of thing, and the Panthers are better in terms of sacks on defense. So one defense is good at getting turnovers, the other defense is good at getting sacks and not allowing as many points. And both those factors of the Panthers' ability to outscore opponents and prevent points from being made are what give the Panthers the edge in this matchup the most. Then, of course, when you get to special teams data, the Panthers are favored in terms of punt return yardage, kick return yardage, defensive punt return yardage, defensive kick return yardage, field goal percentage, and the Jets are favored in terms of extra point percentage and punting average. But I would say overall the Panthers are favored on special teams. Just to kind of sum that stuff up. Now, overall, the basic things that you should take out of this is that the Panthers have the better offense in terms of putting points on the board. They have the better defense in terms of preventing points on the board. And for the most part, they're the better special teams unit as a whole. So all that stuff combined is what gives the Panthers the big data advantage in this game in terms of this matchup as to why the Panthers will win. Now when we get to some micro data, micro matchups, down and distance data, when you look at this particular area, the Jets are favored in terms of second and third down, in terms of the Jets defense versus the Panthers offense when it comes to completion percentage. Then, of course, you get to the Jets offense versus Panthers defense. And in this area, the Jets are actually favored in terms of first, second, and third down. That's the one thing the Jets have done really well this year is they've had a fairly decent completion percentage on all downs, especially third down. They've been pretty much the best third down offense when it comes to completing passes on third down, which is pretty darn good. I mean, that's a very good accomplishment for any team to have that type of completion percentage on a very important, critical drive. Then we get to rushing downs. Panthers offense versus Jets defense. The Panthers are favored in terms of first and third down. So I think the Panthers will have success rushing the football in this game against the Jets defense. Then we look at the Jets offense versus Panthers defense. And in this particular area, the Panthers are favored on second and third down. The majority of the first downs that the Jets are able to generate with the run come on first down. So I think that the Jets will probably, they could have some gains here and there on first down. But I think overall, when you look at the critical downs, the second down, the third down area, the Panthers just have it there from that perspective. Then when you get to passing downs, Panthers offense versus Jets defense, when it comes to passing downs in this particular area, the Panthers have it in terms of first and third down. Then, of course, you get to the Jets offense versus Panthers defense when it comes to passing downs. And in this area, the Panthers are favored on first and second down. Then you get to sack rate between the Panthers offense and the Jets defense. And in this particular area, the Panthers are favored in terms of first, second, and third down. Then you get to the sack rate of the Jets offense versus Panthers defense. And the Panthers are favored in terms of second and third down. And evenness on first down. So I think the Panthers will probably get some sacks on those particular downs and distances, which I think will go a long way in helping them to secure the victory. Then we get to interception ratio. Panthers offense versus Jets defense. Panthers are favored on first and second down. And then finally, we get to the Jets offense versus Panthers defense, where the Jets are favored on second and third down, respectively. So overall impressions of this game, I think it's a Panthers victory. You look at the offense, you look at the defense, you look at the special teams, you look at the micro matchups, and though I think the Jets will have some success in this game, I just don't foresee them overcoming the Panthers in those areas in terms of offense, defense, and special teams. And it really will come down to turnovers, because the one thing I keep telling you guys each week, whenever I do Panther videos each week, I tell you guys that a lot of times when the Panthers lose games in spectacular fashion, it's because of the turnovers. It's Cam Newton just goes crazy, throws a ton of picks, and then everybody has to compensate for that. He basically digs a hole for himself and then has to get himself out of it. And whenever he does that, it's not good. So from that perspective, I would say if the Jets can do that, if the Jets can force Cam Newton to throw 2-3 picks and they capitalize on those picks, then I think the Jets could definitely win this football game if that were to happen. But I just have a feeling that when you look at the overall defense, you look at the overall offense, that all those factors will kind of help to elevate the Panthers over the Jets over the long haul. And of course, my name is James Coburn. You can find my other work at draftcoburn.wordpress.com. You can also follow me on Twitter at Geometrics. And if you like this content and you want more content like this, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Share this video as well with anybody that you know. And I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Peace.